Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Okay. Okay, so within 2 minutes we will start our lecture. Okay, so today we will complete our second last chapter and we will start the last chapter. Okay, because today we are having 2 hours lecture, so it is possible to start the last chapter. So first we will see the remaining components which are important related to GUI, and we will start with those components. Actually, there are different components are there, such as uh, JTable, JList, option panel, scroll bar, separator, progress bar, likewise. Okay, so what are important components are there? Those only I will show over here. Remaining you can see online, or whenever I will create its list, I will share with you. Okay, now we will start our lecture. Today we will see three important components. First one is a pop-up menu, then progress bar and toggle button. Remaining you can see on online, which are important as per your project requirement. Okay, because whenever you will find out to create how to design a notepad or how to design a calculator, in that you will find out which component is required for which location. Okay, so for calculator, only buttons and text fields are required, but whenever you are designing the notepad, you will find out different types of panels you will require. Okay, so according to that, you have to use it. One more thing, I have shared with you two lab tests, right? Each lab test contains 5 questions. For lab test, you have to solve only one question, and for lab manual, means you are unable to submit the lab manuals due to this situation. So what you have to do, you have to implement this. Total 10 questions are there, considering first lab test and second lab test. Total 10 questions are there. Out of those 10, you have to implement or you have to write the 5 statements answer. Okay, in each lab test there are 5 statements, so total 10 statements are there. Out of that you have to solve 5 statements and make it PDF. And today I will share, uh, today or or tomorrow, within 2 days I will share with you one folder for separate divisions. For A division another folder, and for B division different folder. So you have to upload those 5 programs in PDF format on that folder. Okay, understood what I have told? I have shared with you two lab tests. Each lab test contains 5 questions. For the lab manual, you have to use the minimum 5 questions out of this 10, and you have to make it PDF and you have to submit it on one folder. I will share that folder with you. And for lab test, you have to solve each one question out of this 5. Understood? If any queries are there, you can ask me right now. For lab test, only one you have to submit it for both the lab tests out of this 5. And for lab manual, you have to solve minimum 5 questions out of this 10. Okay. And for lab manual, you can take more time because total 5 statements you have to implement. So you can take more time. You can take up to 25th of November, no issue. Okay. For lab manual, you can take 25th of November because there is no necessity to write the theory part. Only you have to write the program with its output and you have to upload it on that folder. You should upload it in the format of PDF only. Otherwise, it will create a different files for a different one. Okay. So remember, you have to make a PDF of those 5 programs and then you have to upload it. If any queries are there, you can ask me right now. I will wait for 2 minutes. If any queries are there, you can ask me right now. No queries? Okay, so we will start our lecture. First, we will see pop-up menu. First of all, what is meant by pop-up menu? Pop-up menu can be dynamically popped at specific position within a component. It inherits the J component class. Means whenever we will require at particular location, that pop-up menu is get open. Likewise, whenever we are writing here, we are clicking the right button, right click on mouse, it will show you different pop-up menus, right? This is nothing but the type of a pop-up menu. So we are going to create here one pop-up menu having 3 values or 3 tasks, that is the cut, copy and paste. Okay, so according to your application you can design it, but here I have used only 3: cut, copy and paste. Now first see its program. This is the JFrame and this is the name of a JFrame, that is the pop-up menu example. Then this is the pop-up menu class. You have to create object of that class, and after creating that object you can create your pop-up menu. So this is the object of a pop-up menu class, and here whenever you want to make any changes in your required data, this menu is open. This menu is nothing but the editation. Means whenever you are doing the copy paste, this is nothing but the part of edit process. Okay. Then after that, in that pop-up menu, what you have to add, that comes under the J menu item. Okay, so I will tell you first what is meant by J menu item, because this is the part of a pop-up menu. Okay, so J menu item is nothing but it is one data which is present in a single row. Okay, so this is the first row in the pop-up menu edit. This is the second row having name as a copy, and this is the third row. So total 3 rows are there in the pop-up menu. Okay, then whenever we will click on mouse with the help of a mouse, then it will show you on the that particular position. Now see, first you have to add this item into pop-up menu. Understand what you have to do? First you have to create a item, that is the cut, copy and paste. After creating these 3 items, you have to add it into pop-up menu. And for addition purpose, you know it, first you have to use the object of pop-up menu dot add whatever your object, that is the J menu item is there. You have to add it on the pop-up menu. And after adding all this item in the pop-up menu, then you have to add this into JFrame, as like we have completed in previous many programs. Okay, you have to add this pop-up menu into JFrame. Okay, so this is the process. Then whenever you will use the mouse click event, at that time these 3 items will be displayed in front of you. For that, mouse listener is there, like action listener, mouse listener is there. Means whenever you will click on the with the help of the mouse, that three values are get displayed on your JFrame. Okay, so this is the mouse adapter, means connectivity between mouse and your program. This is the mouse clicked function, means there are different functions are there, means you can rotate the mouse according to that your data will be get displayed, but right now we are using the mouse click event. Okay, so this is part of a event. This is the mouse click event. And whenever you will click on that particular location, see here, this is the frame, means on that frame, on that location, XY position, right? On that location, your pop-up menu is get implemented. Understood? And this is the normal way. Setting the size of a JFrame, layout is null and visibility is true. And we have used one constructor, so we have to call it in the main function. Okay, so this is the simple program for pop-up menu. Okay, now I will implement this. Now we can see here, this is the blank JFrame. I have not clicked any of the space of this. Okay, so when I will click on this location, it will generate this three values. Right now we have not assigned any task with it, so it will not do anything, because here we have only given the names of that, right? So whenever you want to assign some task to that item, you have to write its data again in different action listeners. Okay. Suppose whenever you want to use the copy process, then you should use the action listener. Means after clicking on it, some action will be get performed. Okay. Right now we have not assigned any task. That's why it is showing you like this. Okay. Now suppose I have clicked here. I have clicked here. Okay. So this is the mouse click event. Whenever you will click on that JFrame, it will generate pop-up menu and that location. Okay. So you can take it screenshot. One minute. I will open the complete program. Okay. Now you can take a screenshot. Okay. So there is a one more program. You can implement it after clicking on that button. That is, suppose you have clicked on the copy. Then one message will be displayed in the JFrame as copy menu atom is clicked. Okay, so likewise you can design it. For that you have to write a different action listener. Now we will see in the same program only, because we have already written the different pop-up menus, right? Like this we have already written over here. Now only we have to do that, we have to write a action listener. Means whenever we will click on that particular menu item, that will be get displayed on the label. So displaying purpose we need the label, right? Because that message will be displayed in the label. So we have to add here one label also. How to add it? I will add over here. After JFrame, you have to add the label as J label. Suppose L is there or L1 is there. New J label. So I have created one label. If you want to locate its position, you can use the location part, that is set. Horizontal part is there, so you can set the horizontal alignment. Okay, and that alignment is nothing but the center. JLabel dot center. Okay, if you want to align to right or left, you can align it, no issue. Then its size must be there. So for mentioning the size, you require set size method. Okay, and suppose I will give size as a, okay, so according to your use you can give it. Right now I have mentioned like this. Now after that, what you have to do, you have to add this pop-up menu we have already written. Then you have to add those things in the mouse listener. We have already written mouse listener. So only what you have to do, you have to write action listener for each one. Means action listener for cut, action listener for copy, and action listener for paste. So first I will write it for the cut. Cut dot add action listener. Okay, and in that action listener event is there, so you need to add action listener class over here. Okay, this is the constructor for that class. So this is the constructor for that class, and in that your action listener method is there. Public void action listener. Okay, in that action perform. Action perform, and in that what you have to do, you have to write the event, that is the action event. Like a mouse click here, action event is there. Suppose it's E. And in that, in label you have to print that message, so you can use the set text method. And in that, whatever message you want to print on the console. So I will write here, you have clicked on, you have clicked on cut menu item. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can write the message in it. Okay, so we have written it for cut. Likewise, you have to write it for copy and paste. So I will do its copy and I will paste over here directly. So this is related to copy. So I will directly add here as a copy. And again for the paste. Okay, so whenever you will click on it, it will display one message in the label as a you have clicked on that menu. And now I will increase size of a frame. The remaining portion is one and the same. Okay, so I will click over here. Suppose I have clicked on the paste. One more thing, we have not added that label over here. That's why it is not showing you any output. So first you have to add the label. Okay, how to add label on the frame? F dot label name, that is the label name is the L1. So whenever you will add this label on the JFrame, then only it will show you output. Okay, understood which type of error will be get generated? See here, you have clicked on the copy menu item. Understood? I know this is one type of a lengthy part because drag and drop is not available on this Eclipse part from my side. So if you are having Eclipse with new version and window builder is there, means window builder is able to install in your laptop, then you can use the direct drag and drop method. So there are no issues whenever you are having the window builder with you. Okay. Now suppose I will click on the cut. It will show the cut. Then copy. Understood? So first take the screenshot of this program. At least this one. Okay. At least take this one from J label because you will require the label. So at least take this one. Remaining part is previous only. Then I will run it. Then take its screenshot also. Have you taken it? Okay, so I will execute it so you can take it screenshot. Okay, so after clicking on copy, that data will be get displayed in front of you. Okay, so now I will move further. Right now we have seen the program which is based on the pop-up menu. Now we will move further. There are again two different components which are important for you. One is the progress bar and another one is the toggle button. Okay, so first we will see the progress bars. Means whenever you are installing something or you are downloading, at that time that progress bar will be there in front of that location. Okay, means according to that time, that progress bar will be show you how much percentage data you have implemented or downloaded or installed likewise. Okay. Yes, any queries? Okay. So first understand what is meant by progress bar and how to implement in the program. First, you need to extend the JFrame in the progress bar. You can see here, this is the name of example, means class. In JFrame, first you have to add the object of a progress bar. Okay. Now, what I have done, first I have used one to integer parameter I and second the num. Then I have considered constructor of this class, and in that class I have mentioned its actual values. Okay, J progress bars, from which point to which point it will count the values. Means from 0 to 2020, sorry 2000, it will count to complete a progress bar. You can give your name because I have to show a complete process. If we have given a small value over here, it will directly complete its working. So to avoid, I have given a large value, that is the 2000. I will show both the values over here. Then set bounds means from which location to which location that progress bar will be there. Then value. Initially it will start with 0. Okay. Then string entered. Okay. Means whatever progress bar is there, it will be having some by default color. And after that you have to add it onto JFrame. This is the size of a JFrame and layout is null. Then we have to iterate it means whatever iterations are there you have to mention it means after one or after two it will be get incremented. So likewise here we have what we have done, we have added 20 at each iteration means each iteration contains 20 value. According to that 1% will be declared in the progress bar. Understood? So after one iteration that will wait for 150 seconds milliseconds. Okay, so for that thread is used means after first iteration it will wait for 150 millisecond. Then after second iteration it will wait likewise. It is divided into 100 parts. Okay, so it will take as per its time. And in main method what we will do, we will call this example and it must be visible and iterator method must be there means after calling this iterator method that progress bar will work. Okay, so now I will execute it and then I will show you after minimizing this value what will happen. Okay, now you can see here. Okay, so it will waiting for 150 millisecond, microsecond likewise, and then it is moving further. Okay, now see, suppose I have given here time as a 200 in both the locations. See what happens. Understood? It is moving fast, so we cannot see it. That's why I have given here a large value. But whenever you are dealing with some project, according to your value means according to installation percentage, it must be go further. So you have to join this part to that content or that portion. Means after completion of this installation, you have to increment this counter likewise. Okay, so you can take it screenshot of this program. Okay, now we will move towards the next toggle button, that is one component which we will require while creating the GUIs. Main use of toggle button is what? Means whenever you are clicking on the on, it must be get off. Okay, so only two options are there. For that purpose, you can use the toggle button. Now see how to use that toggle button in the JFrame. Simple thing is that first you have to create the constructor. Only you have to write the data for the toggle button. Now see, this is the title. Means you can design your own title also for creating the frame. Then set toggle button on that JFrame. Its action is nothing but after clicking. This is the size of toggle button. Visibility is true and its location is at the default close operation is open and its location is at the this size 200 by 200. Then this is the button, right? Whenever it will display first time on that JFrame, it contains on button and after clicking it will become as a off and likewise that process is going on. Okay, so first it is on. After that, you have to add one action listener. Okay, and means whenever you will click on that toggle button on, it will goes off. And again, if you click on that off, it again goes to on. Likewise. So only this process is there. Means in item state change, you have to write one if loop is selected, means whatever value first it has selected, it goes to off. Likewise, it again click on that off, it goes to on. Understood? So according to that, it is get changed. Okay, now you can see here. I will increase its size. Okay, so when I will click on that on, it goes off and its color is get changed. Again on, off, on. Likewise. So this is the toggle button. So you can take its screenshot. Wait a minute. Now you can take it. Okay, so you can take its screenshot. This one is the on for first and then off. Okay, so we have covered the important components which are present in the GUI. Okay, so you can learn different components also, like different panels are there. We have seen J panel, text panel. So different panels are there. That is the editor, desktop panel. So according to your use, you can learn it, no issues. Then we have to implement Notepad and calculator. There is no necessity to implement each and every function which is present in the Notepad. Okay, you can implement a very few functions also, like I will show over here. First, I will open it. Now see, here file, edit, format, view, help. This menu is there. So whenever you will click on file, at least you should use the new open save as. Okay, and exit. This, if you have implement these 3 or 4, no issues. Okay, then edit, cut, copy, paste. If you have provided only cut, copy, paste and undo option, this is sufficient. Then for formatting, if possible, you can use this function, that is the font. If not, you can leave it. Whenever you will have some practice, you can design it. Then for view, if you want to skip this view part, yes, no issues. And in help, view help must be there. Okay, so minimum 4 menus are there, and in that at least 3 to 4 submenus. Okay, so as per your time, you can do these programs and you can take it screenshots. Okay, and for calculator also, minimum 5 operations must be there. That is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and last one is a percentage. Okay, that is the modulus. uh, and after that, there must be one clear button, that is the C, and one text field. Means whatever values you are entering, that values are get printed in the same text field only. Okay, so minimum this you can implement. If you are having any queries, you can ask me. I will resolve it. Right now I am unable to show you because window builder is not there, so I have to write each and every code in the text format only. I cannot take it directly, means drag and drop. Okay, so those who are having proper connectivity or proper software with you, they can implement it, and that software must be supported to your laptop. Otherwise, you can't do it. So those who are having and that software is supporting, then you can do it. And those who are not having, they can understand it only how to do it and write on some pages, and you can scan it. No issues. Okay. Then we will move towards the next part, that is the JDBC. Before moving toward that part, I will open the syllabus. Why you are mentioning your roll numbers over here? When I will ask, then and then only mention the roll numbers. Now see, we have completed this sixth chapter. Swing packages, layouts, events. We have seen minimum 2 events, 2 layouts likewise. Okay. Then listener, in that action listener, mouse listener, event also same action, mouse event and click event like this. Then swing components, we have seen different swing components, that is the J button, J label, text wheel, combo box like this. Okay. So many things are there, you can see it and you can learn it. And now we are in the seventh chapter, that is the JDBC. Okay, now anybody can tell me if you have completed this part in the database. Uh, if you are implemented in the database, you can mention in the chat box so I can understand it whether you have understood it or not. If not, I will start from introduction. Okay. If you have already done, then we will directly move towards its architecture. If not, then I will start with yes. Have you implemented in the database? Java database connectivity? Yes, all of you. Have you implemented? Yes or no? Okay. From B division, no. From A division? Yes. Have you implemented JDBC programs? Because I have to show over here how to set such a path. So you can implement over here. So I can show it you in the next lecture how to implement JDBC programs. Today I will cover the theory part, and in the next lecture I will show you how to implement in the Java program. Yes, from A division. Are you with me? A division students, have you implemented or not? At least mention the yes or no. I'm not asking you how to set it. I'm only asking you have you implemented or not. Are you listening what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. So I will start it first. Okay. So today we will see the theory part only, and in next lecture I will discuss with you how to implement JDBC programs. Okay. For that you will require one jar file. So for that jar file you need to download it and you have to add it in your Java, means in JDK. Okay. So first I will show you how to add the driver classes. Okay. For that driver classes you need different classes. So with the help of it you can connect your database. It may be Oracle or it may be MySQL to your Java program. Okay. So first, this is the, I will minimize it. Okay, so I will show you one by one. before starting introduction, I want to say you something related to Java database connectivity. Okay, this is the Java API to connect and execute the query with the database. It is a part of Java SE, means Java Standard Edition. JDBC API uses JDBC driver to connect with the databases. Now you have already learned different queries which are required in the database. Okay, so different queries are there. Means according to your use, you have to use this. Out of these four operations, that is the create, delete, update, likewise. Okay, so according to that you have to use these CRUD operations. Then for doing the JDBC you need four drivers. Okay, I will share with you different drivers are there. Okay, first JDBC API. This Java program is connected to first JDBC API, and again it is also connected with JDBC drivers, and then it is connected with database. So to connect Java program to database you will need different drivers. So four main drivers are there. These are nothing but the JDBC ODBC driver, that is the bridge between our Java program and database, then native API driver, network protocol driver, and theme driver. So total four basic drivers are there. Okay. So whenever you will have these four drivers, that drivers are present in the jar file. I will show in the next lecture. Today only understand the theory part. Okay, if you are dealing with the SQL, then you have to add one package java.sql in your program to add the classes or interfaces of JDBC API, means this one, to design the structure. Okay, for that you will need the java.sql file. Then its API, means if you are dealing with the JDBC API, there are different interfaces and classes are there. So I will only discuss with you different interfaces and classes. Okay, so first JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Okay, before that JDBC API is there, that is the this one. JDBC API contains driver interface, connection interface, statement interface. Different prepared statements are there. Callable statements are there. Result set metadata, database metadata, and raw set. Okay, so according to use, you can use the interfaces. So first one is the JDBC ODBC driver. Okay, again right now I have discussed with you different names of interfaces. In same way, different classes are also there. Driver manager, blob, glob, and types. These are the names of classes which are present in the JDBC API. Up till now you have seen or learned blob and glob classes in the databases. If you have not learned, then in the last chapters this part is there, so at that time you can learn this. Okay, so this is the part of API. Now this API contains different connectivities part, and out of this these are the four drivers comes under the JDBC drivers. Now I will discuss with you one by one how it works. Okay, so first one is the JDBC ODBC driver. Again it is having different working. Okay, so you can see here JDBC ODBC driver bridge has to connect to the database. The JDBC ODBC driver convert JDBC method calls into the ODBC function calls. This is now discouraged because of this driver. Okay, so in Java 8, JDBC ODBC bridge driver has been removed. So you have to add the jar file. Okay, so I will show you its working. Okay, I will minimize it. Now see, this is the JDBC ODBC bridge. first this driver goes to ODBC driver, and again it vendor database libraries are there, so it will check the database, and this totally present in the client machine means it is connected to database with the help of a vendor database library, and again it will convert it into your required format. Okay, so this is nothing but the driver, bridge driver, JDBC, ODBC bridge driver. So this already we have seen different interfaces and classes are there in the JDBC API. With the help of this and with the help of this driver, we can implement our Java program. Okay, so in same way, I think it is not displaying properly. Let it be. I will tell you the process. Only see this window. Here also native API driver is there, and again it is connected to vendor database library. Means whatever drivers are there that must be connected to vendor database library. Then and then only it will convert database into JDBC application. Okay. So first I will tell you advantages and disadvantages of different drivers. For first driver, advantages are is nothing but it is easy to use and it can be easily connected to any database. But its disadvantages are nothing but performance degraded because JDBC method call is converted into ODBC function call, and then only it is accessible. But if we are using native API driver, in that case what will happen? Performance is upgraded than JDBC ODBC driver, but disadvantage is that the native driver needs to be installed on the each client machine. This is the disadvantage of native API. And then network protocol driver. Next one is a network protocol driver. Whenever you are dealing with the network protocol driver, 1 minute. Okay, network protocol driver. Network protocol driver uses the middleware, that is the application server. This is the middleware. Okay, so this is nothing but the application server that converts JDBC calls directly or indirectly into vendor specific database protocol, and it is fully written in Java. Okay, so this is the network protocol driver. It will convert your data completely into JDBC calls with the help of this middleware, that is the application server, and then it connects to database and then fetch its required values, and gives those data in front of user, that is the Java application, and through it will show you on the JDBC API. So with the help of this both, that data will be get fetched. Okay, so its main advantage is that no client-side library is required. Now you have seen in the previous two drivers, JDBC, ODBC and native API, you will require the library files. Okay, in the architecture you have seen the vendor database library. So you require that library files. But here this is not required because application servers that can perform many tasks like auditing, load balancing, logging, etc. Okay, so that part will be covered with the help of this middleware. But disadvantage is what network support is required on client machine. Otherwise, you cannot connect it with database. Okay, so network support is required because all data is present on the server, and you are one of the client who is using that data from the server. Understood? Then another disadvantage is what? It requires database specific coding to be done in the middle tier. Okay, means it is based on the application server. So whenever you want to implement it, that coding must be done at this middleware. Then and then only that will be get implemented. So this is the one disadvantage. Okay, now Next one is the fourth driver. 1 minute, I will rotate it. Okay. Last one is the theme driver. Theme driver. Okay. So this is the fourth part. Theme driver converts JDBC calls directly into vendor specific database protocol. You can see here. This is only acting as a one middleware or as a library file, and it is directly converted into database, means directly connect to database, fetch the values and gives to Java program, and output will be get printed. Okay, so this is the theme driver. Its main advantage is what its performance is good and no software is required at client side or server side, means directly connectivity is there. But driver depends on the database. Its disadvantage of what driver totally depends on the database. Okay, so these are the four basic drivers. Now, for database connectivity, you will require minimum 5 steps. Okay, so first architecture is there, so I will explain you that architecture. Then we will move towards that 5 steps. I don't know whether is it visible or not. Okay, so I will explain it one by one so you can understand it. Okay, so you can see here this is the architecture, and whenever you are dealing with the architecture, you should remember its connectivity. So this is the different applications of a Java, means Java applet is there, Java application, then Java servlet. From GUI, applet is not covered. Actually, in syllabus, a Java applet is not present, but if you want, I can take it. Okay, if you are interested in applet, then I will take a simple program in the next lecture while doing this program. Okay, so this side is nothing but the Java program side, servlet, application, and applet. This is part of a JDBC API. Okay, then it is connected to JDBC driver. Now JDBC, different applications of JDBC driver are going on simultaneously. If simple JDBC driver is there, it directly connect to database. And if JDBC ODBC is there, it first convert it into ODBC and then connect to database. And here different types of databases are there. So according different databases, different libraries are get fetched to take a data from database. So this is the simple architecture. You can remember it very easily. Okay. Now, next part is there are different steps are there. Okay. So I will read those names. First one is a register the driver class, then create connection, then create statement, execute queries, and close connection. Okay. So first one is the registration of the driver class. So in the example, I will show you how to connect it. Right now, only remember that I will discuss with you how it will be done. Okay. So only consider the theory part. That is, there is a one method having name as a for name. Okay, you can see over here. Actually, it is somewhat blurred. I will share with you again. Okay, for name method is there of a class is used to register the driver class. This method is used to dynamically load the driver class. Okay, so you can see here public static void main for name. Here name of the class which throws class not found exception. Okay, so in the example we can see how to use this for name method. Okay, according to your driver that method is there. Then second step is the creating the connection. So for create the connection, you need to create object of a connection class. Okay, so there are different methods are there. So first one is the get connect the get connection method. Okay, here you can mention the URL. Then creating the statements. Creating statement method is the connection interface is used to create a statement. The object of a statement is responsible to execute queries with the database. Okay, so this is the syntax for the creation of the statements. After creating statement, execute queries there. Okay, which whatever you are mentioning the queries in the program, that will be get mentioned over here. Okay, so this is the execution of query, and after that you have to close all the connections. Means whatever set statements and connections are there, you have to close it. So these are the different steps. So these are the basic 5 steps you need to remember while designing the JDBC program. Okay, so before starting the program, you should know which process you have to do. Okay, so today I will show you the process. In next lecture, we will see its example, because in my laptop, uh, Eclipse is not supporting, as well as database is not supporting. Only it is installed, but it is not supporting. So what you have to do, this is the example of a JFrame, means for login page. So with the help of a same, I will show over here. First, you have to create a project, that is the simple Java project. Then, how to create a program. In source, window builder, swing designer. Okay, in that JFrame, and you have to give name as a login. So you can create a login frame as a username, password, and one login button. And this is the complete program. Okay, so before doing this program, I want to discuss with you. This is the RMI. This is not part of your syllabus. This is the previous year syllabus. In that, RMI is there. Right now they have removed the RMI, so don't worry about it. Okay. So first I will tell you the connectivity part. Means what you have to do, which files you have to download over here. First, what you have to do, you have to download one jar file. Okay, that jar file is nothing but the OJDBC jar file, and you have to paste that jar file into JRE. Okay, means if whenever you are having the JDBC, you have to follow one path. I will show you in program. Right now my Java is present in the program files. In that, now suppose I have considered JDK 1.6. In JDK, JRE is there. Okay, whatever file you will download, that is the jar file OJDBC version name. Suppose 14 is there. That jar file you have to place over here. In JDK, JRE is there. Lib extension folder is there. EXT folder. In that folder, you have to place that JRE file. Okay, and if you are having another JRE, means in JDK you have to place it, not the outside of a JDK. You have to remember that point. Then set class path, means you have to set this path in the program. If you want to mention as a permanent one, then you have to place through here. Here you have to go, and you have to go inside the properties, advanced system setting, and here you have to place it. Okay, so in going to environment setting, you have to place that permanent path, but best option is that do the temporary path setting, that is the feasible one. Okay, and after that you can implement your programs very easily. Okay, so any queries are there regarding this? Right now I have not downloaded that jar file because it is not supporting to my MySQL, so I have removed from my laptop. Those who are having, they can download it. and they can do it on your machine. Okay, so we will see that program in the next lecture. So today I will show you the applet programs. Okay, only that part is remain. Actually, this is not present in your syllabus, but for your extra knowledge, I will take it. Actually, it is based on the different component, container, panel, and then applet is there. So I will take a simple program of a applet. For that, you will require the HTML page also. Okay. So this is the theory part of a JDBC. We will see some examples in the next lecture. Only examples are remain, means programs are remain. If not possible from my laptop, I will take help from you. Anybody from you, those who are having laptop and they are interested to share their screen, they can talk with me. So from your laptop, I can show it to all, because without programs you cannot understand its process. That's why I'm asking those who are having, please cooperate for this time, because I am unable to show you due to my problem, my laptop problem. That's why I'm asking to you. For this program, at least help me. For swing let it be, you can implement whenever you are having some time, or you can use the online editor. Some editors are there, but they are not working properly. That's why I'm not giving their names. If that compiler will work properly, then I will share that link with you. But right now it is not working. For some time it is showing correct output, for some time it is giving wrong output. That's why I'm not sharing that link with you. Okay, so now I will show you applet programming. How to create a applet. Okay, so JDBC connectivity is very easy. Don't worry about it. We will see it with detail like. Okay, so I will start the applet programming. Okay, there are different ways are there. The simple way is that connect your applet program to HTML page. Okay, connect your applet program to HTML page. First of all, what is meant by applet? This is the one question which is present in your mind, right? Applet is a special type of a program that is embedded in the web page to generate the dynamic content. Okay, it runs inside the browser and works at a client side. Means you can design your GUI or you can design your graphics with the help of an applet, and you can present on the web page. Best option is the HTML. Okay, so for first what you have to do, you have to create a one Java program and you have to fetch its .class file in the HTML page. So first I will create a one simple Java program. Let me check it first whether HTML page we can design it over here or not. Otherwise I will use the simple Java program. Okay, we can create the HTML, no issues. First I will create one simple class. Okay, that name is nothing but the first. Okay, main method is there, so I will click on the finish. Okay, so this is the program of applet. So you need to import java.applet. Okay, again, if you want to specify it, then you can use the applet also. Okay, so you can use this one. Then you should import the graphics, because if you want to implement in the format of a graphics, you should use the AWT packet in that graphics. Okay, so these are the two packages. Now it extend the applet, because you are dealing with the applet program, so it must extend the applet. Okay, in that, now we don't require the main method because we have to create a simple method and we have to fetch it into HTML page. So we will remove this part and we will directly write here what our method name is here. Now I will write the paint method. In that paint method, I will create object of a graphics, that is the G. This is the simple program. I will show you different programs also. First, understand this simple program. G dot draw. Okay. Different methods are there. We are displaying the one string. Suppose welcome. Okay. And its location. Now I am mentioning location as a. Okay. So this is the very simple program. Now it is string, so you have to write it in double quote. Okay. Now you have to add this file, its dot class file in the applet program. Okay. So designing it, how to run it. This is the very important part. Okay. If you are dealing with this, applet viewer must be there. Okay. So from here you can do it like this. Actually here applet viewer is not there. Let me check it. Okay, I will take it on the notepad so you can see it very easily. Okay, so I will open the command prompt. One minute. Okay, let me take it from here only. Okay, so file name is first. Now, whenever you will click on it, see here, I will show you over here. Six. Okay, dot class file is get generated. Okay, first dot class file is get generated. After generating a dot class file, you have to execute the myapplet HTML page. How to implement it? First, you have to create a one HTML page. In that, what you have to write? First, you have to open the HTML tag. After, I will write over here both the tags, means opening and closing simultaneously. Then body tag, and you have to close it. Then in that you have to write the applet tag. There are two ways are there. I am showing you here first way, and after implementing this I will show you the second way. Okay, so in applet tag you have to mention the code, and in that code dot class file name must be there. Dot class file name is first dot class. Okay, so you have to mention the complete dot class file name. Then width. Okay, means in which width you want to implement it. Okay, so I will mention here as a 300 and 300. That is the height. Height is equal to again 300. Okay, so we have created the applet tag. So after creation you have to close it. Okay, so this is the applet tag. Now you have to save it with the name. You can give your interested name. Now I will give you name as a first applet. Okay, first 1 minute. First applet dot html. Yes, I have saved it. Now when I will click on it, it will generate the output as now. It is not taking any input because we have not written one message in the our file. Okay, so it must be fetched properly. So for fetching, we will write one message in our Java file, that is this one. Suppose I have written this message in our Java file as, so this is our Java file. In the below, in comment, I will write this message, means tag. This is the one way I am showing over here. We have to save it. We have to compile it again. Okay, and after compilation, applet viewer, then first dot Java. Understood? It has shown you message of the applet started and its message is a welcome. Okay, so this is one of the way to run your program, and another way I have shown you like this one, but it is not displaying properly. Okay, so you can use any one of this way. Applet viewer is there or HTML is there. So this is very simple program to show the welcome on the screen. Okay, likewise, there is one more. Okay, there is a one more example. You can print one welcome message in different locations. Okay, so I will give you one statement. You can implement it from your side. That is the graphics in applet, or another one is a animation in applet. Okay, so in animation, if you have written something, then it may be get displayed in different directions. Okay, And in graphics, whatever you are writing or whatever images are there, you can rotate it and you can display it as per your requirement. Okay, so this is the very basic part. Actually, this is not in your syllabus, but for your information, I have completed in this lecture, because this is interview purpose. You should know what is, at least what is meant by apply. They don't ask you how to implement it, what are the methods, like this they will not ask you. At least you should know this is the application which is present in the GUI part. Okay, so another one example is nothing but the digital clock. Okay, so this is the part of a applet, how to design a digital clock. So for your information, you can design it. If you are interested, you can design it. If any queries are there, you can ask me, no issues. So according to your use, you can design such a programs. Any queries inside this program, I will increase. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of it. This is very basic program. You can design the different graphical programs with the help of this. Okay. So give the presenting A division roll number 1 to 20. Roll number 1 to 20. 21 to 40 A division. 21 to 40 over 41 to 60 from A division. 41 to 60 and last 61 to 70. 61 to 70. If anybody has remained from A division, mention the roll numbers. Don't repeat the roll numbers. These are roll numbers get recorded, so don't worry about it. A division finished. B division 1 to 20. B division 1 to 20. 21 to 40. 21 to 40. 41 to 60. B division. 41 to 60. Ayaj, what is your roll number? Ayaj Namdar. Mention your correct roll number. 61 to 80. B division 61 to 80. Finished?
Hello ma'am.
Yes, Anuja?
Ma'am, माझा मेसेज लेट पडला.
Okay. 51, no?
15.
Okay. Anybody has remained to give the presentee?
Ma'am, B30.
Okay.
A14, ma'am.
1 minute. B30. 1-4. A division?
14.
Okay.
Ma'am, A40.
Okay.
Ma'am, A39. Ma'am, A26.
Have you mentioned in the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why are you giving? If anybody is not able to mention in the chat box, then unmute your mic and say loudly, no issues. Okay. And if you are having any other issues like a network issue or your software problems like this. Okay. Now I want to discuss with you those who are having laptop but such a softwares are not supported. From there, they can write in the notepad all those programs, make it PDF, and then upload it on the 1 minute. And before uploading in your uh, PDF on each page, it may be a soft copy, it may be a scanned copy. On each page, your division and roll number must be there. Okay, because this is for the recording purpose. Whenever your internal marks will be calculated, at that time all these files are get used to calculate the marks. Okay, so please mention your correct division and roll number on that PDF files. It may be in handwritten or it may be soft copy. Okay, because final output is in the PDF. So please mention the correct roll numbers on it, because we have to preserve it till your internal marks. Okay, up to calculation of internal marks, those files are required. That's why we are taking lab test also and lab manual also. Okay, so what are deadlines I have given you? In that deadline, please submit all these documents on that folders and on that Google Forms. Okay, for lab test 1 and lab test 2, 30th November means 1-3, 13 November ही last date आहे. And for submitting the lab manual, last date is 25th of November. So within that dates, submit it. Don't make a delay in submission, because that will be considered for your internal. Okay, because we are unable to take your lab practices in the labs, that's why we are doing such a practices that will be helpful for your external only, because in external you have to give the answers, and while giving answer at least you should know the different methods, different possibilities, different logic, etc. Okay, so to do such a type of a practice, we have doing all these processes. And one more thing, uh, if you are having any software, yes, Jaydeep, lab test. Yes, for lab test you can solve any one program. Means for first lab test, total 5 questions are there. Out of that you have to solve one. And for second one also, total 5 are there. Out of that you have to solve any one statement. And for lab manual, out of this 10 you have to solve 5. Same questions are there. Only you have to solve the 5. Already while doing the lab test you are solving 2 from each one. Okay, only you have to solve 3 more to submit the lab manual. Okay, any queries? No queries? Okay. 1 minute. Don't leave the session, because I want to discuss with you some things. So don't leave the session.